Did you know that intermittent fasting can not only help you lose weight, but also improve your overall health? Hey, I'm Colleen the coach. This is my channel Raising Health, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the ultimate guide to get started on your intermittent fasting journey. Okay, guys, so what is intermittent fasting? Okay, it is a way of eating that alternates between periods of fasting and eating. And there are a couple of popular methods that I'm going to discuss with you in this video. Before I just get started on this video, I just want you to meet my little buddy over here. Oh, look at this. This is the beautiful Stella. Stella has, oh my goodness, stolen my heart like you have no idea. She is such a cutie. We adopted her 2 weeks ago. Exactly tomorrow it's 2 weeks. And she's already picked up 5 pounds. She eats only natural food. But that'll be a discussion for another day. So you're going to see a ton of this little puppy. Hey, Stella, be a good girl while I make this video. Say bye to everyone. Okay, oopsies. Sorry. Are you okay, puppy? Oh my goodness, she ignores me all day, and now as I make the video, she's full of it. We've spoken about what intermittent fasting is. Let's get to the methods. So the most basic method that a lot of people start on, that is the 16-8. The 16-8 is absolutely great. It means that you fast for 16 hours and you eat for 8. Okay. Another really great way to get started is the 5-2 method. Okay, another one I really enjoy, and that means you eat your normal diet for 5 days, and then for 2 days you pick your fasting window. And if you're a beginner, I recommend the 16-8. That works really well. Okay, guys, what are the benefits of intermittent fasting? No brainer, you are going to lose weight. Okay, your metabolism is going to improve, your brain function is going to get better, and there is longevity with fasting, guys. It's incredible. So getting started, this is pretty easy because all you need to do is just pick your method, okay? Pick a method that suits your lifestyle and you ease into it gradually. There's no race here. You've got to start slow, and that way you will set yourself up to succeed. So another really important tip while you're fasting is to make sure you stay hydrated. I really and truly recommend that you do at least 8 glasses of water a day, even if you need to set your alarm for every 2 hours and at least get a glass in. That tip really helps a lot of my clients. So we've spoken about a couple of things here, but most importantly now, you also want to be able to set goals for yourself. Okay, so you're getting started, you've picked your method, and you're going to set goals, and we've already said we're going to be realistic. Okay, you need to set yourself up to succeed here, and it's gradual transition. Start slow, and eventually gradually you just you improve your window period. You just gradually, perhaps what you can start doing. I often say to people who are really anxious about starting intermittent fasting, I say initially just start from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. That's 12 hours of fasting, 12 hours of eating. And I can promise you within a week or 2, you should be getting to your 16-8. A really nice one. I always look at what time people like to finish eating their dinner at night, because often, people are involved with families and, the times are set. And then work back in your 8 hours after that period. And my little puppy here is now causing commotion. Oh, goodness. So again, I'm going to mention, stay hydrated. This is super important. Okay, it really will see you through this whole process. What to eat during your eating window. You've got to eat a balanced diet. You need your protein, you need your fats, you need your carbohydrates. These things are super important. There's no cutting corners with intermittent fasting. And I've seen people be very irresponsible with intermittent fasting. So guys, that is not what I promote. So just to give you an example, okay, so let's say you're about to have brunch because you've been fasting, and perhaps you're starting to eat at 11 in the morning or midday. What is really, really great, when you're starting off in the mornings, I love starting off with eggs, okay? And in fact, I have a really nice dining in. Dining in is another group of videos that I do, and it teaches you how to invite people over to your home and, incorporate healthy eating so that you can also teach them how to eat right for life with food that they can trust. And honestly, guys, I'm going to get to the video link below so you can learn how to make yourself a delicious brunch. But really what I'm saying is, just 2 eggs, whether they're scrambled, poached, however you like them. These days, I'm enjoying my poached eggs and scrambled eggs. So I'm kind of alternating between the two. And get in half an hour. You want to get your protein in and your fats, guys. This is super important. Another great one as well. Please, guys, incorporate berries, I highly recommend. I mean, this is great. You can do 2 scrambled eggs, half an hour, and then perhaps a cup of blueberries. Great antioxidants in the blueberries, so you must just go for it. For lunch, honestly, guys, I recommend the 90-second bread. I love this 90-second bread because there's so much that you can do with it. It's got in the ingredients, you've got 3 tablespoons of almond flour, you've got your 1 egg. I put in a tablespoon of chia seeds. I've got the recipe on how to make it. We'll put the link below, how to make 90-second bread. It's literally going to take you 2 minutes, 3 minutes max to get this going. Then you can have some smashed avo or perhaps some hummus. And sometimes, if you want to have a bit of cream cheese and some smoked salmon or trout, that's also a really nice way to get a great luncheon. And then I also have this incredible soup recipe, which I'll put into the content below as well, a cauliflower soup, and it's a list of vegetables that I highly recommend. It's low-carb vegetables. The soup is made off the ingredients of that low carb list. I'm going to put the list in the comments below for you as well, so that you can actually also just get onto this low carb veggie train. Then for dinner, it's like super, super simple, guys. You just have your protein, perhaps a cup of protein in the form of chicken, red meat, fish. But guys, keep it lean. I promote food that you can trust. So you need to keep it clean. Nothing should come out of a box. If you have to ask yourself the question, I can assure you, if you're asking the question, is this type of food okay? Normally the answer is no. Okay, anything out of a plastic box, the answer is no. You want good, solid, nutritious food that has not been bastardized through the processing phase. And you do not need to overeat, guys. It is very simple. Because you're intermittent fasting, that doesn't mean you have to pig out when it's your eating time. Okay, take it slow. Be conscious of what you're eating. Plan what you're going to eat. You need your protein. You need your fats. That you need some really good veggies out there that you can incorporate, and the list is down below. There's absolutely no excuse, guys. It is that easy. So the common challenges and how to overcome them. This is it's Stella. Okay, so she also wants a bit of the action. So what's really, really a challenge for a lot of people are the hunger pangs, guys. I know it's real. It'll definitely improve as you practice consistency, because consistency is absolutely key here. So the hunger pains, you know what I do? I play backgammon on my phone. Seriously, I absolutely love it. And I get onto my phone, pull out the backgammon, and the next thing I know, 15 minutes have passed. And they say it takes 20 minutes for a hunger pain to pass. So just take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and just, as I say, play a game. Another thing I really love to do is go for a walk. That really just completely distracts me. Or just do something gentle, like, I sometimes just go lie in the bath, put on a YouTube clip. Just keep it absolutely simple. Another great thing is, like, now that I've got my puppy, my goodness, like every afternoon I'm out playing games with her, doing things, and the last thing I'm thinking about is food, even if I am a bit hungry. So guys, you know what gets you going, what motivates you, what you enjoy. So take those activities and plan them. I always say, if it's an hour or so before your eating time begins, that's really tough because you're so close yet so far, and that is the time where you want to plan your activities. And guys, seriously, put it in your diary, your work diary, because these days I tend to notice people go, oh, they're going to put in their personal diary, but what takes preference over the personal diary is the work diary. So put the times into your work diary, because that if you're going to be eating, say, at 12 and you're feeling awfully hungry, around 11 o'clock, you want to start distracting yourself. Okay, so that's a really, really good one to do. Another thing people often ask me, they get into a complete tiz about social situations. Do not stress. Not stress about socializing. It's life. We all need to socialize. So what you need to do is just have a very healthy relationship around food and what you're doing. When you are eating out and perhaps it's a time zone or time period that you are unable to, continue with what you'd actually planned, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just amend your hours. Perhaps you're still working on, 8-hour window period. And possibly, instead of perhaps you wanted to start eating at 12, but let's just say, for example, you are eating out and without a shadow of a doubt by 9 p.m. you're only going to stop eating. So you know what you do? You just push it to 1 o'clock, But worst comes to worst, so what if it's 1 hour? But the most important thing, guys, is that when you eat out and you socialize, eat food that you can trust. I know it's not always that easy, but even if you do have to accommodate something that isn't 100%, it's not what you do every now and again, it's what you do every day that counts. That is the important stuff. So if you are at a social function and you have no control as to what's being served, relax. Just absolutely relax. Enjoy yourself and just watch your portions and you will be fine, because the next day will come and you will just pick it up straight away. Another thing that people are really always dragged down with are the plateaus. When you're trying to lose weight, a plateau is 100% normal. I actually have a video on how to break weight loss plateaus, which we'll put in the content here as well. It's super, super easy. But you know what my little tip is on how to break a weight loss plateau, especially if you're new to intermittent fasting and you aren't ready to do anything extreme at this stage. I highly recommend you just start eating a little bit like 30 minutes later. So if your eating time is 12 noon to 8 o'clock at night, I would push it to 12:30, and then the evening, instead of finishing at 8, finish at 7:30. Just a little adjustment like that goes a long, long, long way, guys. So give that a go, and you probably won't even feel the difference. And when you start doing things like that, you then start becoming fasting fit as well. So it's very important. So you can use your plateaus to actually improve your intermittent fasting. So it's pretty cool as well. Frequently asked questions. Okay, the one I just absolutely love, and that's, can I drink coffee? And the answer is yes, 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 as long as it is black. Black coffee is 100% fine. You may drink your black coffee. So the only time you can put in a bit of, I would suggest, almond milk or cashew milk, some plant-based milk, that will be once you start eating. So that's super important. Exercise. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I must be honest though. There are certain days of the week when I'm training, I need to just, my fasting times have to differ a little bit. If I am fasting a little bit too hard and putting especially when I'm doing weight training, just really putting a lot of effort and energy out there into my training session. And I'm also, post menopause. So I am, this dog's now walking around with her food bowl. I'm post menopause. So it's really, really important that I get my protein in, because I've literally seen my muscles dwindle in front of my eyes. So if you are in a menopausal state or perimenopausal, guys, ladies, I should say, just make sure that you get your protein in, as this is really, really, really important. Guys, okay, so who should not do intermittent fasting? I highly recommend children or teenagers don't fast. It's not a way of life for you guys just yet. So women who are pregnant and breastfeeding, seriously, guys, absolutely not. You can pick times like 12 hours on, 12 hours off if you feel that you need to just have some kind of control and management. I needed to do something like that when I was pregnant with my third son, because I fell pregnant with him when my second son was 6 months old and I hadn't quite shed the pregnancy weight. So I had to be super, super conscious of what I ate during that pregnancy. And honestly, I did so superbly well. I literally had my starting time, which was 8 o'clock in the morning, and I had my finishing time, which was 8 o'clock at night. And you just kind of stick to it. And plus, I just went on to a really low carb, healthy, balanced diet, and I sailed through it. And I don't even really remember. It was probably about a year later when I was able to shake the last of it off when I did a 10-day detox. But that's a discussion for another day. So people with type 1 diabetes, we don't go to we just don't get involved with intermittent fasting. And then if you have a history of eating disorders as well, I do not recommend intermittent fasting. If you have health related issues, it's best to be dealing with your doctor, your psychologist, especially on the eating disorders. Give me a second. I just need to get Puppy here to quieten down. So I'm going to just give you a real life story, guys. Recently I moved home. I moved home 5 weeks ago. And if you watch some of my recent videos, I was bang smack in the middle of my move and it was mayhem. It was chaos. But I was getting very anxious because I was thinking to myself, what am I going to look like once this move is behind me? Because I was really, near the end, I was really struggling to just, eat the right food. Things were packed up. We were literally having to order takeout, for at least 10 days before we were moving, because it was a very, very complicated move with lots of moving parts. And I can tell you something, we did the move, I got here and to the new house and spent like a good 2 weeks unpacking, deep cleaning. It was crazy. I can tell you something, guys. I had to go away for a weekend about 2 weeks in, and I was nervous because I had to now find my last summer clothing. And I was thinking to myself, after all this moving and not eating the incorrect foods, but I had a lot of things sneaking in that I wouldn't normally eat, to be honest with you. And I was seriously worried about what was going to happen. But I took out my summer pants from last year, and guess what? They fitted me to perfection. And I can tell you guys, honestly and truly, intermittent fasting is what got me through this move. I mean, it was 6 weeks of really trying to keep myself focused, keep myself motivated. And the one thing I knew I could do without a doubt, and that not a single solitary soul could control except myself, and that was my intermittent fasting. And I can tell you right now, everything is fitting. I'm feeling great, and it was worth it. And this is the power of intermittent fasting, guys. Seriously, it is magnificent. So, I always love to refer back to doctors because, I'm all about food that we can trust, honest nutrition. And, I also need motivation myself. And Dr. Mindy is absolutely amazing. She wrote the book Fast Like a Girl. And I see she's got a new book coming out called Eat Like a Girl. So I'm really going to be keen to read that book. But I'm going to just slip in one of her links. And I want you to also just hear from her, listen to what she has to say. It's a very short little link. It's only 60 seconds. And she just gives you a few ideas on selecting your own intermittent fasting window that you can, get started with. So listen to her. She's a doctor. She's great. I love her. And she gets me out of bed in the morning sometimes when I'm not feeling motivated myself.
Okay, you guys asked me, how do I choose what length fast I should do? Now, if this is new to you, I want you to know I advocate for 6 different length fasts, and they go from 13 hours all the way up to 72 hours. And the way that I look at this is that first 24 hours, you are going to make the most changes to the body. This is where you're going from sugar burner to fat burner. The second 24 hours, we start to go after stored sugar, and you start to see a lot of changes, neurochemical changes that happen to the brain. And the last day, when you go into that third day of fasting, this is when we see massive stem cells kick in, and we see the immune changes that Dr. Walter Longo taught us about. So if you want to make changes to the body, do 24 hours or less. If you want more brain changes, go to 48. Immune system changes are 72.
Guys, let's have a quick recap here. Are you ready to start your intermittent fasting journey? So you're going to pick your method and just get started, guys, and be realistic, okay? Pick a plan that's going to work for you, work for your lifestyle. Make sure you get all your nutrients in. You want your proteins, you want your carbohydrates, you want your fats. You need to stay hydrated. It's super important. Yes to your black coffee. Yes to exercise. Just manage yourself. Listen to your body. You are the boss of yourself. So listen, the low carb vegetable list, it is really, really important. If you're trying to lose weight, I highly recommend you just stick to a low carb diet. It's going to go a long way. Do not overeat when you get into your eating window. It's really, really simple. Just planning is really important as well. Consistency and planning. So guys, please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. It's a free teaching channel. I'm Colleen the coach, and I'm here to teach you how to eat right for life with food that you can trust. I love good food, and I'm going to do my very best to get you to love it as well. So please comment. I'd love to hear some of your fasting tips and what your journey is about. I'm so happy that you have watched this video. I really appreciate the time that you spend, and I really hope that you are ready for this. And if you have any questions around your journey, please reach out. I'm always ready and raring to go to help you out. Sending you so much love. And Stella, now come say goodbye to everyone. Say bye-bye, everyone. I love my puppy, guys. Ciao, ciao. Stella, stop it.